KO the basic. We lit tonight. Y'all come through, man. Y'all know how we gonna show up and show out. See y'all all in the building. Yo, what's going on with y'all, man? Look, before we get going, let me first say this. I appreciate all the love and thoughts and words from everybody that expressed their condolences for the passing of my mother. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I want to send a special shout out to Barbara D dropping $25 in the Cash App. Part twice dropping $50 in the Cash App during this time. Young World dropping $50 in the Cash App. Eddie Simmons with the $10 Cash App. Mr. Altruistic with the $100 Cash App. Lee with the $25 Cash App. Jarrell Hottie with the $2 Cash App. Gregory Brown with the $10 Cash App. Quee with the $10. Devontae Cromwell with the $10. Boxing Hacker with the 10-piece. Kathena's Gill with the 50-piece. Salute to all y'all, bro. Salute to everybody for your thoughts and your wishes. Everybody that got my phone number to text me, hit me up. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Thank you so much. It means so much to me and my family to have y'all support during this tough time. So I want to start the show by saying thank you, thank you, thank you. With that being said, it's your boy KO. It's your boy Knockout. It's your boy KO 86, Knockout 86, KO Boxing 86, Knockout Boxing, whatever you want. Call me. I'm live. I'm here. We back. Welcome to another episode of Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Smash that like button as you come in the building. The real is back. Smash that like button as you come in the building. The real is back. Share this live stream on your TikToks, on your Twitters, on your X's, on your Instagrams, your Twitch page, your Kick page, your Snapchat, Facebook, whatever you got. Share this live stream and let everybody know where we are talking boxing tonight, bro. Let them all know where we at, bro. Shout out to Tim Carey, not Jim Carrey. 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He said, Absolutely nothing. He just showing love to the channel. Shout out to Tunnel Vision. 20 of them things. Bow. No biscuit in the super chat. He said, absolutely nothing. Just showing love to the channel. Today, we got so much boxing to cover, and I'm going to start with the biggest story of the day that ain't nobody told you about yet, but KO got your back. Just want to let y'all know. I know y'all saw my video yesterday with the paperwork that we showed y'all. I just want to inform y'all that Gervonta Tank Davis legal team wasn't done. They filed another motion today. And we got the paperwork. I just want to let y'all know we starting off the show. I'm about to speak to everybody. I just want to let y'all know what we coming with today. Ain't nobody else showed you paperwork yet. Ain't nobody else put this out there yet. You about to get it here first. So not only are we back in a big way with accuracy, journalistic integrity, and covering shit and finding information for you that you really ain't going to be able to get nowhere else. And if you get it from somewhere else, they probably got it from me first, is what I'm saying to you. They filed another motion today. We're going to go over that. The title is exactly what it says. I mean the title. Gervonta Davis video hoax exposed by legal team in newly released paperwork. His legal team addressed the elephant in the room in this new filing about the video at the nightclub. We're going to talk. We're going to talk. So please smash the like button as you come in. We need to get the likes all the way to 100. The standard is the standard. The standard is the standard. So please get the likes over 100. Shout out to Big Dog Willie. 20 of them things, 20 piece. No biscuit in the super chat. Say salute KO. Welcome back, dog. Yeah. Yeah, I had to take a couple shows off. I still was able to get. Oh, by the way, join the channel as a member. We still won money last week for the channel members, by the way. All the channel members will tell you we still won money with our bets last week. So I still was able to make, the prediction videos and all that last week. We was able to start back making videos regularly this week, and we're gonna do a show today, man. We gonna kick it. And it's gonna be a good show, cause I got a lot of information for y'all, man. But let's scroll up and let's see who all in the building. I think I just saw the homie. Let me say what's up to him. Yeah, there you go. YSM Sports Media in the building. What's up, bro? Salute to y'all. Go subscribe to his channel, man. Over there doing them great interviews, kicking that great content, man, out of Philly. Y'all go subscribe to the homie channel. He over there rocking out, bro. I appreciate you, fam. Thank you. Let's see who all in the building, though, man. Let's run this down so we can turn this camera on and get to the work, man. We got Daryl Deloach, All Things, Brother Huey Q, Creole the Traveler, Nuke in the building. What up, bro? Optics ID, Big Braille, TY, 006. We got SBG, Mello in the building. My brother D Free. What up, bro? Salute to you, fam. Thank you so much, man. And y'all go subscribe to D Free as well. Salute, bro. Awesomer in the building. Mr. Fish, Ramon Seafood, Terrell Jackson, Trap Band 337, Barbara D. What's up, Barbara D? Andre, David Lynch, Rastafarizi, Fat Pack, William Old School. What up, man? London Walker, what's good? Zach B, what's happening? WMS, what's good with you? Seattle. Oh, and go subscribe to William Old School and D1, Angry White Man Podcast over there kicking it. Seattle Rick, what up, bro? Salute to you. Anthony Mason, what's happening? Mike Moss, my brother, the Zoom verse in the building. What up? Lee Jackson, AD Solo, Kathina's Guild, Terrence Gayden, Savage Killer Queen, J Main. What up, J Main? We got paid in the bill. Everybody from the 313, put your motherfucking hands up and follow me. Everybody from the 313, put your motherfucking hands up. My motto, Colado, I get the 7 digits from your mother for $1 tomorrow. Yeah. Detroit in the building. What up, Paid? Vic, what's up with it, bro? Grace Mercy, what's good? Night Rider in the building. What up, bro? Brother Huey Q, Dundrick them, Cornelius Burnett, Isaiah WYD, Swoosh Life. Nails 8908, Cornelius Burnett, D Willie Thomas, what up? Blue in the building, what up, bro? Timmy Richmond, what's good? Trey Skills, what's happening with you? Quee in the building, what's up? Quee the GOAT, what up, man? Salute to you. D Wiggins, what's good? O2 Marzi in the building. Marquis, what's happening, bro? What's happening? Don Bowling, what up? Appreciate that, William. Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Thank you. Ruben Langford, what's good with you? Kiro Black, what happening, man? What's happening with you, bro? J-Man, what up? What up? Salute to you, bro. Boxing and barbecue, what up? 2 of the best things in the world, yo. Richie LCMD, what's happening? Blitzum J, what's good with you? Ruben Langford, what up? 2 Sizzle, what up? B is 0128, being a member for 17 straight months. I salute KO. I got one thing to say to you, bro. I bet your ass can't make it to 2 years, bro. I bet you can't make it to 2 years, man. Salute. Clip Farm, what's happening with you? King D, what up, bro? Just Do, what's up, bro? Salute to you. Salute to the homie. Y'all go over there and subscribe to Just Do Boxing, man. That boy be cooking. That boy be cooking, man. I appreciate you, fam. I was laid back watching your show still, man. I didn't want to comment for a while. This shit therapeutic, though. That boy over there cooking, man. One of the realest, dog. One of the real, he truly live up to his name, bro. Y'all go subscribe to the homie, man. He over there putting in work. Real work, too. Real work. Real fucking work, okay? No more sleepwalking. What up? We got Kales, a.k.a. Pills. What up? 2 Cents Boxing in the building. Y'all go subscribe to her channel as well over there, rocking out, cooking. 2 Cents. I got more paperwork. 2 Cents. I got some more paperwork. Got some more paperwork today. Tank Davis's legal team addressed the video. Got some more paperwork for y'all. Thrill Hill in the building. OG Thrill Hill, what up, man? Salute to you, bro. He is in the building. What's up with you, man? We got Platinum Alkaline Water. What's happening? Appreciate you, bro. We got Vic, OG Vic, what up? 5-piece. No biscuit in the Super J. Said, just ain't the same without you, KO. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. I really, really do, dog. I believe this, OG. You older than me, but you tell me if you fuck with what I'm about to say. I believe that you honor the people that you love by doing what you love. Because the idea is, right, when somebody you love passes away and they look down on you, they want to see you doing what you love. So the best way to honor those that we love is to push forward, do what we love. And in the case of losing a parent, I believe that you got to be who they raised you to be. And I was raised to be a hard worker, man of integrity, go after my dreams, be ambitious, and tell the truth. And so you honor those that you love by doing what you love. So yeah, bro, I'm here. I'm back. I ain't going nowhere. You know, just need a little break, you know, reset and shit. Get my mind right. And we back at it. And we'll never, you know, that it'll hurt forever, but just got to go day by day. And I got a great support system. So we good, bro. Yeah, I appreciate that, Victor. Isaiah, what's up with it, man? Salute. We got 2 Sizzle, 2-piece. No biscuit in the Super Chat. We fuck with you, K. I'm with you too, bro. I'm messing with you too, bro. Big Coop, what up? Big Block, what's happening with you? Tired-ass Cowboy fan, what's good? Anthony Chulo, what's happening? Brashley McClendon, what's good? Salute, bro. Salute to you. Lockdown Chuck, what up, bro? Salute. Fresh Baker, what up? Rock and Rob, what up? Dr. Carbon, what up? Jason, what's good? Danetta 27 in the building, what up? Ben say, I'll be here. Okay, my bad, bro. My bad. Shout out to my dog, Trey Skills, being a member for 8 straight months. He say, welcome back and condolences, bro. Thank you, fam. I appreciate it. And I bet your ass can't make it to a year, though. You been a member for 8 months. I bet you won't last 4 more months to a year. You know what I'm saying? I bet you won't last to a year, though. You know what I mean? Cassandra, Ohio's in the building. Cassandra has a big week in front of her. She got a big week in front of her. She is the one and only Keith Thurman fan that is still in my chat to this day. She is the only Keith Thurman fan that I know. And she has a big week this week. I think she's nervous. She gonna pretend like she not. But Keith Thurman is here. 2 Cents Boxing says, email me, please. All right, hold up. In the middle of my damn show. Send me the email, okay, yo? I need that shit. 2 cents after dark. I need that shit. 2 cents after dark. I got you. I got you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Let me save it, then I'll send it to you. Save it. I need that shit for my 2 cents after dark. I'm tired of these Johnson bouncers. If y'all hear anybody say Johnson bouncers, I know y'all got it from her. I'm tired of these Johnson bouncers. Thanks, Big Dre. Appreciate you. No, that was she called the shit, J man. I ain't playing and shit. Ask she in the chat, she'll tell you. She'll tell you, bro. I ain't making that shit up. Gotta have that shit for my 2 cents after dark. I'm about to cook these Johnson bouncers. All right, bro. Why it's not letting me type the message, bro? The fuck? All right, let me try to get out this email and get back in. We're about to start the show, y'all. I gotta send the sister this paperwork. I'll fuck around, log off this mug, and forget being real with y'all. Bro, what the fuck? It's not letting me send this shit. Look at this shit. I'll show y'all. I'm trying to send this shit. Look at this shit. I'm clicking on this shit. It's not working. Hold up. Hold up. If I get out of, let me try to open up another tab. Look, y'all, please smash the like button, by the way. I'm trying to send this to the sister, then we'll get going. Because I got everything I need already. We'll get straight to it. All right. Oh, there you go. All right, I got it. Here we go. And there you go. All right, I just hit send. It should be in your inbox momentarily. All right, shout out to Trap Band 337, 10 piece. No Biscuit in the super chat. He said, salute 100 strong, prayers up. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you, dog. We got Swoosh Light, 5 piece. No Biscuit in the super chat. It says, blessings, bro. Welcome back. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Shout out to my brother Dean by any means. What up, bro? And condolences to you as well. I don't know what it is, bro. This year starting out crazy as hell, bro. Shit. My brother lost his auntie, so y'all put some prayer emojis in the chat for my brother Dean. Condolences, bro. I already told you this behind the scenes too, but condolences, and man, just keep pushing, bro. He says in the super chat with the 5 piece, say that woman was proud of you, bro. Fucks with you, my guy, man. Me too, bro. Maybe, man, I don't know, bro. Maybe I had Philadelphia Eagles fan all wrong from the jump. From YSM to Dean, my brother DJ, you know what I mean? I had some good interactions with Greg Hackett and manager Marty. I haven't dealt with them as much as I have with YSM and Dean. I haven't had conversation with them as much, but they cool and shit too. Maybe I read Philly wrong. They produced Jerron Boots, and maybe I'm wrong about Philly. But I just can't never get over you niggas cheering when Michael Irvin got hurt, bro. Classless ass Eagles fans. Shout out to David Lynch being a member, man. Salute, David. Welcome back, bro. Mag Light, what up? What good with you? All right, are we at 100 light? We got 222 in the building. Patrick Bell, what up? Appreciate you, Patrick. Miss Joette, what's good? I see you in the building, Miss Joette. What's up? Trap Next Door, what's happening with you? Oh, no, that's 100 for sure. That's why I couldn't be live Thursday or Monday. I had to get my mind right, and I'm still going to be having to get my mind right. We got the funeral next week and shit. Yeah, it's a process, but we good enough to work. My mom be rolling over in her grave and be looking down at me crazy, like, oh, so you not gonna work for your family no more? Oh, you ain't gonna talk boxing no more, so you can provide for yours? You ain't gonna work no more? Nah, she ain't raised me to do nothing like that. So, but yeah, I'm 100%. You right. You right. Got a crazy good support system. I'm truly blessed and highly favored. So you 100% right with that shit. But do we got 100 likes? I'm ready to get going, bro. I am ready to get going. Moderators, where we at on the likes? I think my chat might be lagging. I ain't seen a comment since Mag Life. Let me go to my YouTube app on the phone and shit. Let me go to the YouTube app. Oh, we got 145. Yeah, my shit so slow. Heather, what's up? I see you. Yeah, the StreamYard ain't Big Block. What up? I see you. So let me leave my phone up right here. Let's turn this camera on. Let's get to work. We got 140. Excuse me. Got 147 likes. We starting right off the rip with the main topic, so people won't say you clickbaiting. When you gonna get to? I got the hiccups. Hopefully that worked. All right, bro. So for those y'all, so I can tee it up for you. You know what I mean? Put it on the tee, hit that shit down the middle of the fairway. Let me tee it up for you. If you remember, I reported that Gervonta Davis's accuser filed for leave so they could try to get punitive damages. In legal jargon, filing a leave means you want to amend your original complaint. So they amended their original complaint and they filed for punitive damages. Now, what we went over yesterday in our video, and it was about an hour long, but I had to give y'all all the details. What we went over yesterday was Gervonta Davis's legal team's response to the overall complaint. Now what we're going to go over today is their response to them just wanting to get punitive damages. But in this response, it's so many nuggets. It's so many things to go over that no one else is going to cover for you, and no one else is going to give you the perspective that I'm going to give you. So that's what we're going to do first. Then we'll get to all the rest of the boxing talk. We got so much to cover, but this is exclusive. No one has seen this. No one has put this out there. This was just filed with the court, the civil court in Miami-Dade County just yesterday, and they just uploaded it into the system today. So no one has this, to my knowledge, outside of myself, and I just sent a copy of it over to 2 Cents so she can do what she want to do with it. But let's get it. Let's get it. We right here with it. All right. Try to make this bigger so we can. Yeah, there we go. All right, boom. That way it's big. Y'all can see it. We good. No more sleepwalking. Yep. 5. We back. Slogan 1. What up? We back. We do shit that other people can't do. Real quick. Hold up. Before let me make my let me take this out, cause niggas need to see me. Hold on, my bro text me. Oh yeah, hell yeah, Dean, yeah, that what the fuck I'm talking about, bro. Just lift each other up, homie. Real quick, sidebar, bro. Just a quick little bow, sidebar, real quick. Y'all boys ain't really shit, man. And when I say y'all boys, I'm talking about everybody. I gotta make this shit clear, cause last time I made a general statement about everybody, I got accused of sneak dissing. Then motherfuckers start making videos, lying on me and shit. I had to put a motherfucker in the casket, bro. I had to totally obliterate a bitch from the bottom, bum from the bottom. I don't want to have to do that again. So this ain't no sneak dissing. This ain't none of that shit. This goes for any and everybody, bro. This is a general, broad, blanket statement, and anybody got a problem with it, you come hit the link. You come hit the link. Let me know you don't like what I said. So this general blanket statement is for anybody. Y'all ain't shitting y'all some goddamn pieces of shit, and you have no integrity. Let me tell y'all what I mean. Why is it from TMZ to ESPN to World Star Hip Hop to the Breakfast Club to all of these platforms that are just casual platforms, even to the diehard boxing platforms that are boxing channels? Why is it that when Tank Davis get arrested, the world stops with front page news, everybody's reporting on it, everybody's talking about it? When the laws get in front of the goddamn camera and they call this man a fugitive and they make this shit go crazy, it's all over everywhere. When Baltimore, Maryland judge issues a bench warrant for his arrest, it's all over everywhere. But when that bench warrant gets resent, it's not nearly as much coverage. When his lawyer starts responding to the allegations, it's not nearly as much coverage. When they start giving their own receipts and they start providing text messages and making their case, now all of a sudden motherfuckers act like they don't care about it no more. But when you could paint narratives that he was on the run, bro, when you could paint narratives that he was a fugitive, when you could make shit up just because you took his silence for guilt, see, that's what happened in this case to me, bro. And I'm not saying he guilty or innocent. We'll wait for all the facts to come out. But I told y'all what my reporting is, and I stand on it. What happened was he was doing the Al Heyman because Al Heyman is his manager. Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya, Top Rank, Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn, a lot of these managers and promoters, they're able to talk shit about Al Heyman. Rick Glazer, they're able to talk a lot of shit about Al Heyman because he never responds. He stays silent and he just do the work. Well, all of these channels, all of these reporters, all of these outlets, they were able to say and start all these narratives and do all this shit and just go because Tank wasn't saying nothing. His legal team wasn't saying nothing. His management team wasn't saying shit. But now that they starting to respond and this shit is looking very likely that this shit ain't gonna have legs, now everybody quiet. Howard Lane, what up? Now everybody quiet. Joseph, what up? And that's just a huge lack of integrity for me. I can't stand niggas that, like, what type of content creator, right? Or analyst or journalist or whatever you want to call yourself, Twitter boxing page. What type of person, bro, will only report on people that they like when they only have good things to say about them? But if somebody they like does something that they can't fuck with, they just be quiet. And then if it's somebody that they don't like, they only talk about them when they have negative things to say. But if something happens to where it could shine that person that they don't like in a positive light, they got nothing to say. What a miserable fucking existence, bro. If you are too scared to criticize the people that you're supposed to rock with and too scared to say positive stuff about the people that you don't rock with, you can't keep it real. That shit got to be a miserable fucking existence. And anybody moving like that, if you got video about Tank Davis being a fugitive, but you ain't got videos about his side of the story, you's a fucking lame and you ain't got no integrity, bro. If you got videos about Tank Davis going to prison, but you ain't got no videos about how it's been damn near 2 months and they still ain't charged his ass, you a motherfucking hypocrite, bro. You just doing shit for clicks and views, and you just going to the motherfucking extreme to do what you can to try to sully that man's reputation. Straight bitch made, bro. And I'll never fuck with nobody moving like that. Who you talking about, KO? That go for everybody. Again, if you was all over this shit, guilty, going to jail for 10 years, they about to add charges, he's a fugitive, he's this, he's that. If you was all over that shit, but you not reporting on the shit that's going on right now, trash, bro. You trash as fuck. Isaiah with the 2-piece in the super chat. KO, does the paperwork have coffee stains on it? Now, we don't provide no paperwork with bullshit like that. Let me speak on that real quick, since you brought it up. Ain't it funny? Isn't it funny, Isaiah, how I do niggas? Look now, Isaiah. Look what's going on now. Paperwork got coffee stains on it. Got another wrong date on it. Paperwork got a future date on that motherfucker. And just so everybody in my chat know, an athletic state commission cannot serve a search warrant because they're not a law enforcement agency. I would never insult y'all's intelligence by even making a video on no bullshit like that. If some paperwork like that came across my desk, I would just fucking throw that shit in the garbage, bro. I'm not making no video on that shit, no shit like that. I'm going to drop a video saying a motherfucker got a search warrant for March the 27th, but I made the video on March the 21st. Get the fuck out of my face. Who doing that, bro? I'm going to make a video talking about a motherfucker got a search warrant and it's going to get served by an athletic commission, not the sheriff's office, not the feds, not the police department, but the athletic commission is gonna serve the motherfucking warrant. Get the fuck on, bro. Get the fuck on, dog. But that will happen. That will happen when you pop out and show niggas, bro. That's what happens, Isaiah. Shout out to Kels, aka Pills, being a new member. I appreciate you. Shout out to Solo Money Israel, being a new channel member. I appreciate you. But let's get to the paperwork, though. Let's get to this paperwork directly from the source. Let's get to this paperwork directly from the damn source. Now, this is their response to her trying to get punitive damages. Says, defendant's response to plaintiff's motion for leave to amend complaint for punitive damages. Defendant Gervonta Davis, by and through his undersigned counsel, hereby files this response to the motion for leave to amend complaint for punitive damages filed by plaintiff Courtney Roselle, and in support thereof states as follows. Introduction. This is an action filed by plaintiff against the defendant, wherein plaintiff alleges that she was attacked by defendant and sustained injuries during the purported incident on October 27, 2025. However, as shown in defendant's answer, affirmative defenses and the counterclaim filed heretofore. So the paperwork we went over yesterday is what they referencing. That the paperwork yesterday, that's his answer. That's the defenses they provided, and they made that counterclaim. They did a counter lawsuit. Plaintiff's lawsuit is part of an elaborate and calculated scheme by plaintiff to extort money from defendant. Plaintiff provoked the incident, complained of in order to extort defendant financially. Plaintiff knew that defendant had an upcoming scheduled boxing match with boxer Jake Paul, whereby defendant expected to earn in excess of $20 million, which painted defendant as the perfect target for plaintiff extortion scheme. Plaintiff knew that if she instigated an altercation with defendant, she could then accuse defendant of domestic violence, even though plaintiff, by her own admission, did not sustain any injuries resulting from the October 27, 2025 incident, and leveraged the fact that defendant had an upcoming lucrative boxing match to extort money from the defendant. Plaintiff, by and through her counsel, sent an extortion threat to defendant's manager, demanding payment from defendant in the amount of $1.1 million, or plaintiff implied that plaintiff will pursue criminal charges and civil remedies against defendant. However, not only did plaintiff not suffer any injuries as alleged by her in the complaint, but plaintiff also later invited defendant to spend the night with her at her residence in the hours following the subject incident, thereby undermining plaintiff's claims that defendant engaged in any intentional harmful misconduct against plaintiff. The facts of this case simply do not support an amendment to plead punitive damages. Plaintiff has filed a motion for leave to amend her complaint to seek punitive damages based upon her account of the incident that occurred on October 27, 2025. However, for the reasons more particularly set forth in this response, the motion must be denied. So that introduction, y'all, is basically saying this, dog. It's saying this, bro. She ain't even proved that she deserved this shit, and she tried to extort him, and she set all this shit up. So we really don't have to argue this shit. You should throw it out anyway. But we gonna go ahead and make this case. That's basically what all that shit I just read to y'all, that's what it say in a nutshell. They basically telling the judge, bro, I speak nigga lawyer. I'm not a lawyer, but I speak nigga lawyer, okay? Your boy KO speaks nigga lawyer. Understand what I'm saying to you? So, to paraphrase that, to make, for those of y'all that don't speak nigga lawyer, like your boy, for those of y'all that don't speak nigga lawyer like me, what they saying is, what a lawyer saying is, look, bro, she started this shit just so she could try to get some money from this nigga. And she went to and she had the nigga over to her house after he allegedly did all this shit to her. So she fucked up her own case, is what they saying. So y'all should really just throw this shit out anyway. But just for the sake of me earning my money, just for the sake of me, this shit right here. However, for the reasons more particularly set forth in this response, the motion must be denied. That shit right there, what that mean is, just so I can earn my money and show y'all how cold of a lawyer I am. Just so I can show y'all what the fuck I do. Let me go ahead and make this argument for you motherfuckers. And boy. When I show y'all some of this shit, Y'all gonna be like, nah, KO, you lying like a motherfucker, but I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. Marcos or not, what up? Oh yeah, he countersuing. You gotta go catch the video yesterday, Rakeem. You about a day late in the dollar short, buddy. We did a video yesterday. Fanon got a video up. 2 Cents did a live on it. Yeah, bro. He countersuing for $20 million plus legal fees, bro. All right, so they about to start making their argument. First, they're going to say what the legal standard is. The legal standard just basically means this is what she needs to prove in order to be able to even sue for punitive damages. And then they're going to go into saying why she ain't proved that shit yet. Anyway, so it says Florida Statute 768.72 provides in pertinent part as follows. In any civil action, no claim for punitive damages shall be permitted unless there is a reasonable showing by evidence in the record or proffered by the claimant, which would provide a reasonable basis for recovery of such damages. The claimant may move to amend her or his complaint to assert a claim for punitive damages as allowed by the rules of civil procedure. The rules of civil procedure shall be liberally construed so as to allow the claimant discovery of evidence which appears reasonably calculated to lead to admissible evidence on the issue of punitive damages. No discovery of financial worth shall proceed until after the pleading concerning punitive damages is permitted. That whole shit just means you got to have some evidence to get this shit. You want to sue for punitive damages? You're going to have to provide some damn evidence is what they're saying. Number 2 here, a defendant shall be held liable for punitive damages only if the trier of fact, based on clear and convincing evidence, finds that the defendant was personally guilty of intentional misconduct or gross negligence as used in this section of the term. So this is interesting. I'm explaining y'all why later on, but I got to get through this because they're making a point. And like I tell y'all, the setup is crazy. The setup is nice. The punchline about to be crazy, though. Just wait for it, right? A, intentional misconduct means that the defendant had actual knowledge of the wrongfulness of the conduct and the high probability that injury or damage to the claimant will result, and despite that knowledge, intentionally pursued that course of conduct resulting in injury or damage. B, gross negligence means that the defendant's conduct was so reckless or wanting in care that it constituted a conscious disregard or indifference to the life, safety, or rights of persons exposed to such conduct. Then they say, now they're going, so all of this right here, just so y'all know, right? They're just defining the statute that they're referencing right here. So they're basically saying, hey, this is what the law say. She got to have evidence. She got to have evidence, right? He can only be held liable for punitive damages if the evidence is clear and convincing. And then they go and define intentional misconduct and gross negligence. Because they're saying, look, if you can only grant this shit if he's guilty of intentional misconduct or gross negligence. And then they go and define it for him. The lawyer is laying out an argument and cooking. Y'all about to see it. Y'all about to see it real soon. But anyway, so then they go on to write under section 768.72, Florida statutes, a plaintiff must make a reasonable showing by evidence in the record or proffered which would provide a reasonable basis for recovery of punitive damages. See Florida statute 768.72, 2026. Remember this, 2026. Remember this. Florida courts have consistently held that mere allegations in the complaint are insufficient to satisfy this burden, and that a plaintiff must come forward with a legally sufficient evidentiary showing before being permitted to assert such a claim. See Simeon Inc. versus Cox. They're referencing a case from 1996, holding that a plaintiff must provide any evidentiary basis for punitive damages before amendment is permitted. Then they cite another case, Santo Bank versus Reggio. That case was in 2007. Remember these dates. Reversing order allowing punitive damages where plaintiff failed to make the required evidentiary showing. So they laying the groundwork. Just wait. The trial court serves as a gatekeeper in this context and must ensure that a legally sufficient evidentiary basis exists prior to allowing a punitive damages claim to proceed. See Holmes versus Bridgestone, Firestone, blah, blah, blah. That case was in 2005. And it's saying that case is recognizing that section 768.72 creates a substantive legal right to be free from punitive damages claims absent the required showing. Furthermore, since the plaintiff sustained no actual damages, there can be no showing which will provide a reasonable basis for recovery of punitive damages, and therefore plaintiff is not entitled to punitive damages as a matter of law. Although plaintiff may proceed by way of a proffer rather than live testimony, the proffer must still be comprised of actual evidence and not mere speculation or argument. See a State of Despain versus Avante Group, that case, 2005. Ultimately, to recover punitive damages, a plaintiff must establish by clear and convincing evidence that the defendant was guilty of intentional misconduct or gross negligence as defined by statute. Now, let me break this down for y'all. They cited a bunch of cases, and they saying this claim that they got, they ain't give you no evidence, Judge. And we got all these cases from 2005, 2007, 2000 this, 2000 that, saying that they got to provide evidence, and they ain't provided shit yet. Throw this shit out. Throw this punitive damage shit the fuck out is what they saying. But now this is where they really start cooking. This is what I believe y'all really came here for. Argument. This is the argument that they about to make to the judge. Hey, punitive damages are not warranted in this action because this case is part of a scheme by the plaintiff to extort defendant financially. 1, plaintiff's allegations do not support a claim for punitive damages and instead arise from a calculated scheme to manufacture plaintiff's claims against defendant by which plaintiff aims to extort defendant and benefit financially. Plaintiff initiated and provoked the alleged October 27, 2025 incident in an attempt to elicit a response from defendant, whom she knew was scheduled to participate in a highly lucrative boxing match. 2, despite plaintiff's allegations of violent, intentionally misconduct by defendant in the complaint, plaintiff has admitted that she sustained no injuries or damages. Upon information and belief, plaintiff submitted a report to her employer after the purported incident wherein plaintiff states that she did not suffer any injury or damages during the purported incident, which occurred at plaintiff's workplace, and she returned to work after the incident. Furthermore, although plaintiff stated in the police report that she filed with the Miami Gardens police that she did sustain injuries, the report was filed after she went to the police department with her attorney. Number 3, also plaintiff's conduct immediately following the incident, including inviting defendant to her residence and spending the night with defendant thereafter, directly contradicts any claim of egregious or intentional harm. In order to gain access to plaintiff's apartment complex, the plaintiff must admit you through a security gate. Therefore, the only way the defendant could have accessed plaintiff's apartment was by plaintiff admitting defendant. Cell phone video footage. About to start getting to some video. Smash the like button. Cell phone video footage in defendant's possession, custody, or control depicts the parties interacting in a playful manner in her apartment, with plaintiff appearing uninjured and in good spirits after the purported incident. Y'all keep thinking that dude from Baltimore, Maryland is stupid if you want to. They saying he got her ass on tape. Because remember, defendant is Gervonta Davis. So cell phone video footage in Gervonta Davis's possession, custody, or control depicts the parties interacting in a playful manner in her apartment, with the plaintiff appearing uninjured, in good spirits after the purported incident. Hey, baby, look, come over here and take this selfie with me real quick. Come get this video with me real quick. Y'all keep thinking he dumb. y'all keep thinking he dumb. Keep thinking he dumb. keep thinking he dumb if you want to. Furthermore, number 4. Furthermore, plaintiff lied in the police report she filed with the Miami Gardens Police Department. As plaintiff stated in the report, she subsequently blocked all forms of communication with him, the defendant. She failed to tell the police officer that subsequent to the incident, she admitted him to her apartment and they spent the night together. Plaintiff repeated the same lie in her sworn statement of facts in support of the arrest warrant. Number 5. Then, plaintiff by and through her counsel made 2 separate extortionate demands for payment in exchange for refraining from pursuing criminal and civil action against defendant, further evidencing plaintiff's improper motive underlying this lawsuit. The first such demand was in the amount of $750,000. When defendant refused to give in to plaintiff's extortion threat, plaintiff sent a second demand in the amount of $1.1 million. These facts not only undermine the credibility of plaintiff's allegations, but also preclude any reasonable evidentiary basis for punitive damages under Florida law. Copies of both extortion demands are collectively attached hereto as Exhibit A. All Exhibit A is the shit I already showed y'all. The messages, right? Where they asking for $750K in text messages to make the shit go away. Then down in these text messages, they're asking for $1 million. Asking for $1 million and lying about going to the police to try to get him to pay some money. That's what Exhibit A is. Let's go back up. Because I think. Okay, yeah. Now, so they just cooked her whole story, is what they tried to do. Now, they about to start cooking her lawyers. Now they about to start cooking her lawyers, bro. This is it's hard to tell when you're not a lawyer and you ain't been in law school. But if you got enough common sense, if you pay close enough attention, this is where you know, in boxing, they be like, yo, it's levels to this shit. Y'all know, like in boxing, they be like, it's levels to this shit. This next paragraph, you about to start, if you don't see it already, you about to start seeing the levels that people be talking about when they say it's levels to this shit. Arena, what's up? I see you in the building. I think we got a couple super chats. Let me catch them real quick. I could have sworn I seen somebody drop a 5-piece. Yeah, it ain't popped up. Richie, I see the 5-piece right there. That's why I put a heart on it. It ain't popped up on my StreamYard yet, though. Soon as it do, I got you. I got you. All right, so now the lawyer's about to start getting cooked. Number B, the evidence proffered by plaintiff does not support plaintiff's claim for punitive damages under Florida Statute 768.72. Plaintiff has failed to present sufficient evidence to support claim for punitive damages as set forth herein above. In order to establish entitlement to plead punitive damages, plaintiff must make a showing of either intentional misconduct or gross negligence under Florida Statute 768.72, which are defined as follows. And they go define it again. We already went over the definitions. I'm not going to go over it again because we got to get somewhere, right? Plaintiff. So when I say they about to start cooking her lawyers, they about to start cooking her lawyers. Watch this shit. And then tell me, don't worry about it. I'll get there. Plaintiff in her motion relies upon and references a purported security video of the subject incident recorded at plaintiff's workplace as evidence to support her amendment of the complaint for punitive damages, which video was reviewed by defendant, meaning Tank done seen the video, his lawyers done seen the video, and this is what the fuck they got to say about that video. Remember when I told y'all, I don't know how true it is, but Tank Davis and his people said they ain't worried about no goddamn video because he ain't do shit? This is their response to this video that's out there. This is what they got to say. The video does not depict any intentional misconduct or gross negligence by defendant. While the video appears to show an argument between plaintiff and defendant, objectively, it does not rise to the severity that is alleged by plaintiff in her motion and amended complaint. What's more, the video clearly shows her returning to work after the incident free of injuries. Plaintiff's allegations are clearly exaggerated and are contradicted by the video evidence. Yeah, I'm live, Drink. I'm live, bro. I don't know why it ain't saying I'm live, but I'm live, dog. YouTube might be tripping with me. I don't know, but we live in this motherfucker, Drink. Salute. Salute. So, when you want to respond to the video, he ain't got nothing to say about the video. You can't say nothing about the video. Well, his lawyer said we looked at that shit, and you can see them arguing, but he ain't put his hands on her like y'all talking about. And on the video, what they didn't tell y'all ass is she walked straight back to work. She went straight to work and wasn't shit going on. that the video actually contradicts the shit that she said. Just a guess here. Maybe that's why y'all ain't seen the video yet. I'm just guessing. I don't know this to be sure. Maybe that's why they haven't filed a case yet. Maybe that's why the DA has been damn near 60 days and they ain't filed charges yet. I'll read it again. Jupe, I see you in the building. What up? Plaintiff in her motion relies upon and references a purported security video. So they coming straight at it. Straight at it. Like, look, y'all keep talking about this goddamn video. Let's address this shit. You know, hey, look, y'all keep talking about this motherfucking debate. Let me go ahead and address this shit one time and huff and puff and blow everybody fucking house down, you know. You know, but they still cooking her. I spoke too early. They about to start cooking her lawyer in a minute. Just wait. But I'm going to read this shit again because it's very important. This is what a lot of people been waiting on. This is what a lot of people been waiting on. This is his response because it's his lawyer talking. This is his response to the video because it's discovery. Everybody get a shot to look at the video. They say plaintiff in her motion relies upon and references a purported security video of the subject incident recorded at plaintiff's workplace as evidence to support her amendment of the complaint for punitive damages, which video was reviewed by the defendant. The video does not depict any intentional misconduct or gross negligence by defendant. It's all starting to make sense. Remember, the arrest warrant said the video corroborated key elements of her story, and I was on this motherfucker. Look, either the video corroborate her shit or it don't corroborate her shit. The fuck you mean key elements? Don't play with me. I'm not a lawyer, but I ain't stupid. Don't play with me. Now we understanding key elements. The fuck a key element is. Because they're saying, while the video appears to show an argument between plaintiff and defendant, objectively speaking, objectively, it does not rise to the severity that is alleged by plaintiff in her motion and amended complaint. Bank hype, I see that, bro. I don't know what's going on. Drink is saying my shit is not showing that I'm live, right? And my chat on my StreamYard is not updating, bro. This is the most recent comment that's on my shit right now. So I'm reading y'all shit from my thing. So I'm trying to let the I don't want to lose. Here, I'm gonna read this though. I'm gonna read y'all super chats and I'll put them up on the screen whenever YouTube updates, because I don't want y'all super chats to go all the way to the bottom. But shout out to Richie LCMD with the 5-piece in the super chat. What's good, KO? Got to get up at 3 a.m. I'll catch the repeat in the morning, the replay in the morning. I appreciate you, dog. Thank you so much. Shout out to and I'll put them on the screen once they update my shit. You know what I mean? Bank hype, 20 of them things, 20 piece. No Biscuit in the super chat says, got a tip when the facts come out, Knockout Boxing 86 TV is where it's at. Whack-ass Blue Blood Sports is over for him. Been over, dog. You know, to each his own. If you got to trick motherfuckers into watching you, we just gonna put in work and make people watch us, dog. But anyway, where were we? We were right here. Okay, so while the video appears to show an argument between plaintiff and defendant, objectively, it does not rise to the severity that is alleged by the plaintiff in her motion and amended complaint. What's more, the video clearly shows her returning to work after the incident, free of injuries. Plaintiff's allegations are clearly exaggerated and are contradicted by the video evidence. They saying the video evidence, the security video don't prove her case. It actually kills her motherfucking case. That's what his legal team is saying. And I'm not saying they right or wrong. I'm just saying if the shit was a smoking gun, if it was cut and dry, it wouldn't have took 2 months to issue the arrest warrant. And it's been almost 2 months and they still ain't filed formal charges against him. Y'all do the motherfucking math if you want to. Let's keep it moving. As such, plaintiff fails to make the requisite evidentiary showing to support a claim for punitive damages in this action. Letter C. Plaintiff misstates the legal standard for amending the complaint to plead punitive damages. Bro, This is where they about to cook her lawyers, dog. Yeah, and I remember, before I go further, y'all remember we was doing the live stream, and I was talking about how her lawyers had filed that paperwork, and the shit just looked crazy. Y'all remember that? And I was like, yo, what the fuck? This don't make no sense. And people were getting mad. Oh, you trying to say, why you saying that? You a woman beater. You can't be laughing at the lawyer. This is serious. I don't know if y'all remember that shit. Y'all remember when I was like, man, this shit don't make no sense, boy. You sound stupid as shit. Well, my spidey senses was tingling. Cause his lawyer, these bulldog lawyers he got, they finna vindicate the fuck out of me. Another take about the age like fine wine out this bitch. Shout out to Richie LCMD with the 5-piece. There you go, bro. They finally updated my chat. He said, what's good, KO? Got to get up at 3 a.m. I catch a replay in the morning. Salute, bro. Shout out to Bank Hype, man, with the 20 piece in the super chat. Got a tip when the facts come out. Knockout Boxing 86 TV is where it's at. Whack ass Blue Blood Sports is over for him. Notice that nigga ain't talking about this shit no more. Ain't it funny? Ain't it funny? He ain't talking about this shit no more. Cause here's the thing, bro. If you talk about it, you'd have to admit that you watching my shit and you got it from me. That's why, nigga, hey, it's part hate for Tank, but it's part hate for KO too. Cause if you start talking about this shit, if you all of a sudden got it, my sources told me, nigga, what source? Knockout Boxing? Source had told me that he was filing a lawsuit and he's suing sources inside the camp. You mean you caught the live stream, nigga? So that's why nigga don't want to talk about the shit no more. That's why nigga don't want to talk about the shit. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying that's why don't nobody that was talking that fugitive shit. He ain't got no money, he ain't got no lawyer. That's why they ain't talking about this shit from yesterday. That's why niggas ain't like, man, I can't make a video about this nigga. I can't make a video about this nigga counter suing, even though I know I get so many views, nigga. Damn, if I made a video about this nigga suing her for $20 million, bro, I get so many views. But KO dropped the shit first. KO dropped the shit first. They gonna know I got it from him, nigga. Damn, how he get it first and it's accurate. Fuck. I can't talk about this nigga team saying they got the damn video and that the shit is fucking fucked up. I can't do this shit. They gonna know I got it from KO. They gonna know I got this shit from KO, so I'm just gonna act like I ain't see the shit. I'm gonna miss out on them views. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. I gotta miss them views today. Shout out to shout out Drink More Water with the 5-piece in the super chat. Said KO back returns. Greg got his channel back. Tank about to beat his bullshit charges and make all the fake YouTube detectives look stupid. Today is a good day. Just wait, bro. This how you know you cook. Wait, like, bro, the shit they said about the video, that shit, we still would have to see it. That's still kind of he say, she say. It is interesting, right? Because they saying all that shit y'all were talking, nigga. We seen an argument, maybe an argument, but nigga, she walked back to work. She finished her shift. And just think about all the other shit. She finished her shift, and then the nigga came to her house. So they argue. She went back to work. She got off work. Nigga came, spent the night at her crib. Got the video on the cell phone of them two laughing, joking and shit. Everything all good. Come on, bro. Nah, dog. Say it ain't so, man. Say it ain't so, bro. Shout out to Big Dog Willie, man. He with the 5-piece in the super chat. He said, KO, you wrong. I watched the video. Tank did an atomic elbow on the planet, then in the scorpion death locking on top, and to top it off with the reverse neck breaker. Damn, you pulling in wrestling move. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, dog. But wait, just wait. That was pretty bad for her. But it's about, but you could say, if you want to just ignore the context of the situation, like how it took so long to to do the warrant, if you want to ignore the fact that they haven't filed charges to him yet, if you want to ignore the low ass bond, you can still say, well, KO, you haven't seen the tape. I haven't seen the tape. His attorney is just doing her job or doing their job or whatever. So until we see the tape, you can't say that the attorney's telling the truth. You can't say that the accuser's telling the truth. So you can still argue that, and we don't know it for a fact. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, based on the lawyers he got compared to the lawyers she got, I'm sure they're pretty confident. Now, this is where they about to start cooking her lawyers, bro. This is where his lawyer. This is where. So I said it earlier and I said it too soon, but so I'm gonna say it again. This is where you get to see the levels and shit. What I'm about to read next, this is where you get to see the levels. Right? This is where you get to see the levels of attorney, and you be like, oh, okay. So that's what a bus bench chaser look like. That's what a car accident lawyer look like, and that's what the $1,000 an hour nigga look like. Y'all about to see the difference. Watch this shit. Plaintiff so C is where we at. Plaintiff misstates the legal standard for amending a complaint to plead punitive damages. Number 9, plaintiff in her motion misstates the applicable legal standard by suggesting that any evidence is sufficient to support an amendment for punitive damages. So they basically saying your lawyers ain't shit. They don't even know the legal standard for the shit they trying to get for you. Let's keep going though. But that's what that first sentence means. Says y'all misstate the legal standard talking about any evidence. Nigga, evidence got to be sufficient. Evidence got to be compelling. Y'all don't like, boy, what you mean any evidence? But they finna cook. they finna cook, boy. The court is not required to accept unsupported or unsubstantiated assertions and allow an amendment for punitive damages based solely upon the allegations set forth in the proposed amended complaint without any corroborating evidence to support them. Number 10, in fact, plaintiff relies on and cites to Darrell Country Club versus Lending Plumbing Company, 175, blah, 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 from 1965 in her motion. Y'all probably don't, bro. What they're saying is they're saying is her case is so bad. We gave you all these legal cases from 2007, 2005. We cited the current law from 2026. And when she trying to prove her point, when her lawyers is working to prove their point, they got to go all the way back to 1965, bro. Y'all don't understand. If anybody going to law school, there's any lawyers listening, they will understand how bad this is, bro. But I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. However, plaintiff's reliance on Darrell is misplaced. Such opinion was published in 1965 and predates the enactment of 768.72 Florida statutes, which statute fundamentally altered the standard for pleading punitive damages by imposing a gatekeeping function on the trial court. They basically saying, nigga, her lawyers don't even know the law has changed. They saying, look, Judge, throw this shit out. Look, they arguing shit from 1965, civil rights movement. Hippies wasn't even around yet, right? The internet wasn't a thing. They citing shit from way back there, and they ain't got no recent shit to try to get you to accept this shit because they don't even know that the goddamn law has changed. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, bro. That's crazy, dog. That's wild, dog. I bet that lawyer was mad typing this shit. I can't believe I got to respond to this stupid shit. I can't believe I got to respond to a motherfucker that's trying to cite the law from 1965. Bitch, that was 75 years ago. That was 70 years ago. I got to respond to this shit. They didn't get, they tell me it's not another case in their complaint. That's the only case they cited. I can't believe I got to respond to this bullshit. Anyway, bro. Under current Florida law, pursuant to 768.72, the court requires a reasonable evidentiary showing, not merely any evidence, before a punitive damages claim may be asserted. See Simeon Inc. vs. Cox, 1996. Espirito Santo Bank vs. Rigo, 2007. What they saying is, look at what the law does right now, bro. They giving you a case from 1965. Well, these most recent cases ruled against that shit because the law has fucking changed and they don't even know it yet. Number 11, further, trial courts must evaluate whether the proffered evidence establishes a reasonable basis for punitive damages rather than deferring to a jury based on the existence of any evidence. And then they cite yet another case to prove their point that is more recent than 1965. Our lawyers are cooked out here, bro. They're going to have to rewrite that complaint or this shit may get thrown out. I'm just saying. Just letting y'all know. There's supposed to be a hearing on March 31st. That shit might not happen. That judge might say, you know what? I done read both of this shit, nigga. I got a tea time. I got to go to the Florida Doral motherfucking country club. I got a tea time. I got to hit 18. I gotta go do 18 holes with my dog Simon T. Steckel. Cause you know the judge knows Simon T. Steckel and shit. He gotta go do my 18 rounds with Simon T. Steckel. Cause he told me this was gonna be some bullshit. I'm not finna go do a hearing for this shit. They cooked them. I'm not doing a hearing for this shit. I'm finna, man, we canceling this motherfucking hearing, nigga. Motion denied, nigga. Y'all sure y'all want to go to court? I'm telling you, dog. This shit wild, bro. Anyway, conclusion, dog. Plaintiff has failed to meet the statutory requirements of section 768.72. There is no evidence that defendant engaged in intentional misconduct or gross negligence to justify an amendment for punitive damages. Plaintiff's allegations are undermined by her admissions that she did not suffer any injuries or damages. Her conduct in inviting defendant to her home after the incident and her apparent motives for extorting defendant. As such, there exists substantial evidence which clearly contradicts plaintiff's claims that defendant engaged in intentional misconduct and harmed plaintiff. This action presents strongly disputed facts regarding the nature of the interaction between the parties, where liability is contested and the record evidence does not establish egregious misconduct. Punitive damages are not appropriate. Plaintiff's attempt to assert a claim for punitive damages is not supported by the evidence presently before the court. Wherefore, defendant respectfully requests that this court deny plaintiff's motions for leave to amend to assert punitive damages, strike the proposed punitive damages claim, and grant such further relief as this court deems just and proper. Then they had a certificate of service. Then you have the Exhibit A. And that is the new paperwork in the Tank Davis case. Now, it's looking more and more like, and now we about to get to boxing, right? It's looking more and more like everybody's starting to read the room. Tank Davis's team is behind the scenes making moves. Key Alexander, I see you in the building. And one of those moves is there's a good chance Tank Davis got his belt back and we just don't know it yet. Floyd Schofield and Lucas Body were supposed to be fighting for the WBA vacated title at the 135-pound division as Tank Davis was a champion in recess. One hit a quitter, what up? But Lucas Body's team, John Body, Floyd Schofield, they pissed off because the WBA informed them that y'all can fight. Y'all are number one, number two guys. Y'all can fight, but it will not be for a world title. Floyd Schofield is so mad because he said, hey, y'all need to mandate Tank to fight me then since y'all not going to let me fight for his belt. Sounds like the WBA is reading the room. Sounds like the WBA is reading the fucking room. Because you got to look at it like this. I told y'all, I was told Tank Davis said he coming back for everything. Everything they thought they took from me, trying to get all that shit back. If you Tank Davis's team and you looking like you about to get a case thrown out. You going to the WBA, think about it. Louis DeCuba, Al Heyman, whoever, whatever representative, they on the phone with Gilberto Mendoza, the president of WBA, say, dog, y'all put him in recess and shit. He defended his shit in March. That was a year ago. And them allegations was bogus as fuck. We already got them hoes thrown out, and we working to get the civil case thrown out. If you don't reinstate him as champion, we gonna seek some legal shit against you as well. And if you the WBA, why would you not be willing to do that? Who gonna get you more money? Or your sanctioning fees? Would you rather have Tank Davis' sanctioning fees, or would you rather have Floyd Schofield's sanctioning fees? Who you think make the most? Would you rather have his sanctioning fees or Lucas Body's sanctioning fees? Who you think pay the WBA the most money? I've been telling y'all, bro. I've been telling y'all. They working behind the scenes, bro. When I told y'all that shit about the criminal case, y'all ain't want to believe me. When I told y'all that shit about the civil case, niggas ain't want to believe me. I'm telling you this shit about boxing right now. Floyd Schofield is telling y'all this. His daddy is telling y'all this. They were supposed to fight for a belt. Because Lucas Body, I was just making sure I had it correct. Lucas Body was supposed to be an IBF eliminator, and he turned it down under the assumption and under the understanding that he was about to get a shot at a title against Floyd Schofield. Well, now they are crying and mad because they're not going to get that shot anymore. Why do you think that is? I am under the impression that it is because Tank Davis is about to be reinstated as the lightweight champion. Does anybody have a better argument than that? Does anybody have something that makes more sense than that? Because I don't. And I saw Quick put something in the chat that I agree with. I just want to know, Jake Paul, what fucking video did you see? What video did you see, bro? What video, Brian King B. Falcone, what up? What video did Jake Paul see? What video did everybody on YouTube that said they saw that video, what video did y'all see, bro? What video y'all see, bro? J Pitt City with the 5-piece. They got to sue WBC if they don't make him full champion after all this is done. This is why I always said they got to wait till he had his day in court. You meant WBA, but I agree with you. It's the WBA, but I agree with you. Yeah, I got it. I see the comment right there, J Pitt. Salute. This is why I be telling y'all, bro, wait for all the facts to come out. It was all good just 4 months ago. Niggas was having a Tank Davis grave memorial party out this bitch. It was all good just a few months ago. They were having a memorial grave digger party. It was over with. He was on the run. He had threw his life away. He was about to do 10, 20, 30 years in prison. It was over with, bro. It was over with. It was parties left and right, bro. You got to be careful when you try to do this to people, bro. Because what you could have did What you could have did was make things worse for some of your favorites. Let me explain to you what I mean. I'm gonna keep it all the way real with y'all. You could see Tank being a diva. You could see Tank kind of still working hard, but kind of losing his appetite because he was getting so spoiled. He was getting so used to making money. And you could have just let him kind of parlay his way out and maybe somebody catch him slipping. But with what's going on with him, how could you not come back with a chip on your shoulder? How could you not come back feeling like you got a second shot? If all of this shit works out in his favor, that is. We don't know what's gonna happen, but it's looking more and more like every day people behind the scenes know what's going on. And I already told y'all my motherfucking thoughts on it and my reporting on it. Sometimes, bro, you gotta let sleeping dogs lie. Cause sometimes when you wake the wrong thing inside of somebody up, bro, it gets all bad for you. And I think I'll say this because I don't know for sure, but what I say is if Tank doesn't come back super motivated, ready to step on shit from here on out, then nothing will ever motivate him. What I mean by that is if all of these people throwing dirt on you don't make you want to rise up and fuck something up and show people what it really is, then nothing ever will. But I have it on good authority that he's been in that mode. I can't wait to see him back fighting. Now, let's move to Jerron Boots Ennis, bro, for a second. Let's move to Jerron Boots Ennis and Xander Zayas for a second. I was watching where we at, bro? I want to make sure I shout out the right people. D1. I was watching D1 earlier, bro. And when I was watching D1, Joseph had showed Xander Zayas working out in some Timbs or whatever, you know, boots. I'm about to fight boots or whatever. I really hope that fight happens. I really do. I just don't trust Xander Zayas and I don't trust Top Rank. I don't trust the matchmakers. I don't trust Bob Arum. I don't trust them, bro. I don't trust that they will put Xander Zayas in the ring fighting a switch hitter, and the first switch hitter that he ever fights in his career is Jerron Boots Ennis, bro. I don't think you throw away your budding 23-year-old unified Puerto Rican star boxer like that. I just don't trust it. I don't trust it at all. I hear that drink more water, but I don't think Bob Arum would allow somebody to give him a caveat like that. I hope I'm wrong, bro, but I don't think Top Rank would allow themselves to be like, they're not Golden Boy, bro. Like, think of it like this. Golden Boy wouldn't even allow that shit to happen. To be told what to do. And now they in fucking litigation with Virgil Ortiz, and they end up getting a DAZN deal anyway. Think like DAZN tried to give Golden Boy an ultimatum. Golden Boy was only willing to pay Virgil a certain amount of money. Virgil tries to circumvent him. DAZN still backs Virgil in the lawsuit with Golden Boy, and then still simultaneously gives Golden Boy a network deal. I don't see that, bro. I think that's a point that everybody's missing. I hope I didn't make it too fast. So DAZN really wanted Virgil versus Boots. And they was pushing Golden Boy to make that fight. Golden Boy was willing to make the fight, but Golden Boy only wanted to pay Virgil a certain amount of money. So DAZN, in conjunction with Matchroom, tried to go around Golden Boy and make the fight with Virgil Ortiz's management team and Jerome Boots Ennis by themselves. Golden Boy said, nah, you can't circumvent us, Virgil. And so they get into litigations. In the litigations, the Zone CFO or a high-ranking executive at the Zone actually wrote a letter to the judge supporting Virgil over Golden Boy. And in the midst of all of that, Golden Boy still got a re-up his own deal. So I say all that to say, if Golden Boy is not allowing themselves to be pushed around by the Zone and they still get a network deal and their stable is Ryan Garcia, Virgil Ortiz, Zerto Ramirez, Oscar Collazo, William Zepeda, Floyd Schofield, and everybody else, then surely Top Rank with a stable of Tiger Johnson, Keyshawn Davis, Abdullah Mason, Emiliano Vargas, Xander Zayas, Richard Torres, Monster Inouye, Rafael Espinoza, Bruce Shushu Carrington. Surely they won't be getting pushed around by no motherfucking DAZN and say the only way you give us the deal with all these assets we got is we got to make Xander fight Boots. I just don't see it, bro. And I hope I'm wrong, fam. I really hope I'm wrong because Boots Ennis deserves that fight. And the reason he deserves that fight, or I want him to get that fight, I should say, is because, bro, he's so good, in my opinion. He gonna have to be a superstar to get fights, or he gonna have to give people nowhere to go. Being a superstar right now, I don't see that happening because you can't be a superstar unless you get the fights that you need to become a superstar. So I don't see him just being a superstar to get the fights. So the only way he can get fights, in my opinion, is by cornering people into fighting him. Meaning you got to be willing to take less, pay them more. Your promoter has to really believe in you and be willing to overpay people. Or if you can finally get somebody to fight you like a champion, now you have a belt and people can't ignore you. That's the only way for him to get fights, bro. That's the only way for him to get fights. My dog Breezy say he ain't never going to be a star. KO, damn, Breezy, that's fucked up. Breezy say, nigga, ain't never going to be a star. Breezy say, I ain't playing with y'all. Fuck that shit. Breezy, salute. So that's why I like, Top Rank is not good. So this is what I'm telling y'all, bro. Top Rank is not so good at building champions because they make a habit out of putting their champions in position to lose. The history is always a good indicator to me of what's going to happen in the future. Top Rank is able to build champions and develop fighters into really great fighters because they don't put them in deep waters too early. They develop them first. They don't put their world champions in a position to lose badly or lose at all. And so when you know their MO and you know how good their matchmakers are, I can't think of a single matchmaker, bro. Not a single one in any company is like, yeah, bro, Xander, man, get that nigga Boots for his next fight of development. Get a nigga Boots for his next fight of development. I just don't see, like, who doing that, bro? Like, yo, we really trying to develop this guy. He's 23 years old. He's a Puerto Rican. He can be a Puerto Rican star. He know Bad Bunny. He was at the Super Bowl. He know Bad Bunny. He got Puerto Rico behind him. He got 2 belts. He's a unified champion. Let's let him do a voluntary defense against Boots Ennis. Like, it's not even a mandatory, bro. And this is why if y'all go back, like maybe like last week, I think it was, or I might have shot that video this week. I'm not sure. Time is crazy right now. But that's why I said, bro, like Xander Zayas and Jerome Boots Ennis, if it's going to happen, yeah, they can negotiate, but why isn't Eddie Hearn petition the WBA, bro? For you Boots fans, this why I don't be fucking with Eddie, bro. This is why I be calling smoke and mirrors and shit. Okay, you negotiating, whatever. Y'all trying to work out the fight. While working out the fight, why aren't you doing another channel at the same time and petitioning the WBA at the same time, bro? Like, why aren't you making them put a clock on it? Hey, WBA, he's WBA interim champion. Xander do 2 cents. Xander has a WBO and a WBA belt. He won the vacant WBO belt that Fundora vacated, and then when he fought to do Abasa Bryu was the WBA champion. That's who he unified against. Boots Ennis is the WBA interim champion. So if y'all in negotiations trying to make a fight, cool. Well, in the middle of negotiating, get them to order the fight so it'll put a time limit on it. Don't let Xander just do what he wants. Put him in a position to fight you or vacate the belt. This is why I'm not believing this shit. Eddie Hearn is this just me. Eddie Hearn is acting like he trying to make Jerron Boots Ennis versus Xander Zayas, and that nigga about to get that fight to Josh Kelly, bro. He about to get that fight to Josh Kelly. Swear for God. He about to get that bitch to Josh Kelly. He gonna get that shit to Josh Kelly. Just like every opportunity that he was supposed to be pushing for Boots at 147, he was pushing for motherfucking Conor Benn at 147. He know how to make Conor Benn the mandatory in the WBC at 147, but he can't potentially get Boots Ennis the mandatory in the WBA at 154. I'm not believing this dude, man. I'm not believing this dude, bro. At all, fam. Boots Ennis gonna be in that motherfucking ring with Brian Mendoza. This nigga Boots about to fight former world champion Tony Harrison, nigga. They about to bring Brian Castano out of retirement. This nigga about to fight Patrick Teixeira, bro. Nigga about to fight Julian J. Rock Williams. He is about to fight motherfucking Erickson Lubin to see if he can knock him out quicker than fucking Virgil Ortiz did, bro. Watch, bro. And it ain't because Boots don't want to fight. It's because Eddie finessing his ass, dog. Dream say, I don't know. Boots posted that My Ninja picture of Denzel Alonzo yesterday on Twitter. What that cryptic shit mean? I don't know, bro. They being very cryptic. You got Xander Zayed with the boots on, with Tim's on. Boots talking about mine. Like he on training day or some shit. I hope I'm wrong, bro. I hope I'm wrong. But when you start, here's the thing, bro. In boxing, what I've learned, bro, covering it and shit, y'all. When these promoters and boxers already be having a date, they already more than likely have an opponent too. See, Eddie Hearn came out before Boots started negotiating with Xander Zayas and said Boots Ennis is returning on May the 30th. Xander Zayas, before the Devin Haney shit came up, before the Boots Ennis shit came up, they've been saying we already got a date in Puerto Rico. We already got a date in New York if we wanted for the Puerto Rican Day Parade. So before they ever started negotiating with each other, they both already had their own fight dates that people was looking at, bro. So you finna stop your plans and you just gonna say Xander, fuck your. So you think that Bob Arum and Top Rank gonna be like, yeah, Xander, we finna get all them Puerto Ricans in the goddamn New York City so you can get your ass whooped by Boots Ennis, bro, in front of all them damn Puerto Rican flags. We about to sacrifice you. I don't see it, bro. I hope I'm wrong, though. I hope I'm dead ass wrong. I hope all this cryptic shit mean they fighting. But all I know is that them niggas fighting in May, nigga, it is March 25th. What are they doing? A 1 month motherfucking press run? What is this shit, like 6 weeks? Like how we used to do report cards back in the day? When we used to have 6 weeks, they're doing a 6-week press run. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Jerron Booton is being that goddamn ring with Cordell Booker. They're gonna be in that ring with Andres Katsurakis. Brandon Adams in this mother. Boy about to fight Sir Habahacha. Marcus T. Villain says the Puerto Rican Day parades are in June. Okay, well, shit. My bad, bro. So then maybe, you know, if they fight Puerto Rican Day parade, they can fight in June and shit. I just, Top Rank, I say nah. I think Boots, his side, confident he can beat everybody. But I think Eddie would rather Josh Kelly get that fight. Joshua Riley say, Boots versus Karen 3, bro, I'd throw up. I'd throw up if they put Boots in the ring with motherfucking Karen Chuka. Devin Haney, Rolly Ramiro, though. Let's keep the show moving, dog. Salute to y'all. Please smash the damn like button. Please hit the damn, push the button. Push the button. Hit the like button. Ollie Gifted Bullies, what up? That boy say Xander about to get a hand injury in 5, 4, 3. That's fucked up. That fucked up, bro. That's fucked up, fam. Devin Haney and Rolly Ramiro. Rolly Ramiro said Devin Haney and Bill Haney both full of shit. Bill Haney say stop gaslighting. Devin versus Rolly next. I say, please don't let that motherfucking fight happen. It's trash. Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. Y'all know that's the fight that need to be made. Y'all know that's the fight that need to be made. So, Devin Haney, pull out that motherfucker. Pull out that motherfucker. I would love nothing more than to find out that Devin Haney used Rolly Ramiro to help himself make the motherfucking Ryan Garcia rematch, bro. You just don't get to be that hypocritical, contradict yourself that much, and expect people to rock with it, bro. Expect people to rock with the fight. You don't get to talk about Rolly the way that you talked about Rolly and then go fight him and ask for people to respect it. So I hope that this fight does not happen. So I ain't even mad if Rolly getting ducked. Take your ass, go fight Shakaran McGee yourself. Don't just say you a Rolly hater because you know he gonna whoop Dev. Bias ass Texas Ninja. Listen, bro. I would definitely be rooting for Rolly Ramiro, but I'm not picking him to beat no fucking Devin Haney, bro. I'm not picking him to beat Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney can keep him on the leash, dog. I think he can keep his ass on a leash, bro. But boy, I would be so happy to be wrong. Matter of fact, that fight happened, bro. Depending on like betting and shit that week, if I can keep that from betting on that fight, I won't even bet on that fight. I'll be picking Devin to win for sure, but I won't bet on that fight because I'll be rooting against my own self. Because I'll pick motherfucker to win, but root for the other motherfucker. So I just do my parlay, do the other shit, and just leave that one off and be like, yeah, I picked Devin. If my record stays good, then my record stays good. But if I got to take one L this week, please let that be the L, dog. Please let that be the L I take, dog. Because it's like white man can't jump. When you win, you actually lose. But you can lose and you can actually win. Man, that shit, I remember watching that shit as a kid. Boy, that shit ain't make no sense. That shit ain't make no sense. Y'all remember that line from White Man Can't Jump when Woody Harrelson's girlfriend told him that shit right before she left his ass? She said, you win. So you can win and actually lose. But you can lose and actually win. I did never understood that shit. I do now, though. I understand that shit now, but as a kid, I'm like, what the fuck? First of all, You shouldn't be watching that shit at the age I was watching that shit, right? But that shit makes sense now. That shit makes sense now. Nah, bro, that's not girl logic, bro. It's just true. Cause you can lose at something, but you win the big shit. But you can win at something and then lose the big shit. So in his case, he like at the beginning of the movie. See, now I understand this shit because I'm older, mature, and live life and shit. I understand now. So at the beginning of the movie, when he was losing, getting his ass whooped, he owed the loan sharks the money and shit. They were fucking him up. But he was really winning though, because he would lose out there, but then he come home, he was winning because he had a woman. But then when the niggas started winning, started making money, they winning the tournaments and shit. You know what I mean? They winning the tournaments and shit. And then they win the last game or whatever. They win all that money and shit. Boy, they at the top of the world. That boy won, boy. You won. That boy came home. Her ass was gone. Nigga, you really lost for real. You really fucking lost for real, nigga. Nah, that ain't girl logic, nigga. That's just logic, nigga. That's how shit go. That's how shit goes. So I don't want to put myself in that position. I don't want to put myself in that position. You know what I mean? I don't want to win but lose, or lose but win. So I'm just gonna keep my money in my pocket, bet on everything else, and be like, roll it, win, beat that nigga ass. Nigga gonna be like, you hate Devin. Why you hate Devin? Nah, nigga, I just cannot stand his fucking fans. And I can't stand this goddamn daddy. And so I don't root for him. I want him to lose so I can laugh at you niggas. I want to be able to do a live stream just roasting niggas, man. Now she won that nigga Pearl Infinity. She be like, look, don't play that game. Don't you gamble that money. Don't you gamble that money. I got us, nigga. I'm on Jeopardy whooping ass. She was on Jeopardy whooping ass, boy. Just a bunch of useless facts. That's a pet peeve of mine. I can't stand it. If you're one of these people, cover your ears, bro. I can't stand people that just know a bunch of useless information for no reason. I'm still pissed off that I had to learn algebra in school twice, high school and college. I just don't like Jeopardy to me is like, nigga, why would I know what happened in the year 1455, bro? I don't care what happened in 1455, bro. I don't care, fam. I don't give a fuck about Augustus Caesar, bro. I don't know nothing about. I don't care about the Romans. I don't care about none of that shit. I'm still mad every time I look at my bank account or I count some money, balance the checkbook. You know what I'm saying? Look at the investment portfolio, 401k, whatever. Every time I'm looking at that shit, I just get mad. And then when my kids ask me for help with their homework, I just get pissed off. Cause you supposed to teach them, cause you supposed to be a good parent and shit, so you supposed to help them with their homework. I get pissed off for two reasons. Number one, I can't help them with that shit, so I feel stupid. I can't help them with their homework and math no more. I feel stupid, right? Cause they done passed. I don't know what the fuck this shit is no more. This is different math than what I learned and shit. But then number two, it pissed me off because I want to just be able to tell them, man, you ain't finna use this shit. Fucking y equal mx plus b. I don't give a fuck. Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared plus c squared equal d squared over c squared plus 2. What the fuck? You're not gonna use this shit. Ever. You'll never use this. That's what I want to tell them, but you can't tell them that. Cause my kids will use that shit. Then I gotta go sit down and talk to their teachers and shit. Well, yeah, he came in here and he told us that he didn't have to do his homework because your dad, his dad said that he never used it in real life. You know what I mean? You can't be telling your kid that because it rubs off on the other kids, Can't be telling your kids that they're not gonna use it in real life. Sometimes I just want to ask the math teacher, do you ever use this shit outside of teaching this shit? I just want to know, do you use this shit? outside of when you teach it? Bullshit, bro. Chemistry, nigga. Like, bro, I can't stand the school system. Nigga. The periodic table used to whoop my ass. I used to get so mad. So mad. And they wonder why you cheat in school and shit. Nigga, I'm cheating. I don't give a fuck about this shit. When I leave this bitch, I gotta go to work. Nigga, I got basketball practice. Nigga, I got shit to do. Fucking periodic table. I'm not trying to be none of this shit. Put me in a business class, bro. Teach me how to get some money, cook some shit, build some shit or something. Got me in this motherfucker. I'm just trying to get by. Anyway, I'm moving on. That boy say I failed algebra 4 times in college. Nigga, my shit was biology, bro. My last semester of college, and we're gonna get back to the boxing. My last semester of college, I bullshit you not, bro. I bullshit you not. I took freshman biology because it was a requirement for my business degree. But I was so trash at science, I failed that shit like twice. I said, fuck this shit. I ain't taking that shit till I absolutely have to. Finally, my last semester of college, I had one class that I took, and it was that class, bro. I put it off for so long to where I didn't even want to take that shit. I could have took that shit the semester before, but I already had a full-time law. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that shit. I just come back for another motherfucking semester. So I just came back for one last semester, nigga, and I took biology, nigga. The one they make you take. Everybody got to have a motherfucking science. Daiquiris and oxtails was fire in Dallas, KO. I'm there again next weekend for JREYBL AAU basketball. Okay, bet. Go to Pecan Lodge. Go to Pecan Lodge and get some barbecue. And then just come in the chat and say, thank you, KO. That's all you gotta do. Go to the Pecan Lodge, bro. You got to get there about 10:30, 11 o'clock. You get there 12 o'clock, just come back another day. They're gonna run out of meat on your ass. Pause. They're gonna run out of meat. Go to the Pecan Lodge, bro. And then after you go to that bitch, next time you're in my chat, just say, thank you, bro. All you gotta say, thank you, bro. Gotta get there early though, dog. Cooking is chemistry. Fuck no. Cooking is love. Cooking is passion, man. I'm not trying to be all, see, fuck no. See, KO, you gotta get to the internal temperature of, and what happens when the heat hits the meat, it takes the collagen, KO, and it takes the collagen and it melts the fat down, and that's what makes it tender. I ain't trying to hear that shit. I'm not trying to hear that shit. I touch it, slap it, twist it, see if it's ready. Talking about some chemistry. Talking about some chemistry. Anyway, moving on. Let's get back to boxing though. We got about 30 minutes left in the show. Is it all right if I just talk today? We'll open up the panel tomorrow. Is it all right if I just cook? You know what I mean? It's been a minute. Can I just keep cooking? Y'all don't mind, do you? Ohio, what up? Y'all don't mind if I just keep cooking, you know what I mean? Is that cool with y'all? Let me just keep going. All right, bet. David Benavidez is everything in the sport of boxing that I fuck with, bro. David Benavidez, dog. David Benavidez is everything in the sport of boxing that I am becoming a huger. I was a big day, bro. David Benavidez. Every time I listen to him interview, bro. Every time I just hear him talk, bro. I'm like, this dude, this is what boxing about, bro. That man said, look, dog, I can't be friends with Bud Crawford. It's like, God damn, what? I can't be friends with Bud Crawford because that nigga got the opportunity I should have got. I just respect the realness of it. I can't stand when people try to, like, they be jealous or they want what you got, but they just won't admit it. That nigga straight up, like, bro, I can't be friends with that nigga because I was supposed to be the nigga to fight Canelo, so I don't want to be that nigga friend. I don't want to. I don't want to be that nigga friend, bro. I don't want to be his friend. I say, yeah, David, talk. I just like the way that he like, yo, Shakur, you should just move why ain't you just move to 147, nigga? What? Nigga, I'm going to place a bet right now. Right now, nigga. Hell nah, they didn't do that stupid shit. Yeah, I'm placing the bet as soon as I get off this motherfucker. Thanks, Drink. David Benavidez is like, nigga, I'm moving up 25 pounds. Nigga, why you can't move up 7? Why you can't move up 7? I'm moving up 25 pounds. Just go up there and do it. I respect it. I respect the fact he's like, man, I'm not waiting on this nigga Canelo. Bring me Demetrius Andrade. I'm not waiting on this nigga Canelo, bro. Bring me Caleb Plant, bro. I'm not waiting on this nigga. I'm moving to 175. Bivol, you gonna fight me? You gonna run me that belt? Appreciate you. Thank you for the belt. Y'all niggas still don't want to fight? David Morrell probably some boogeyman I'm scared of. Nigga, bring me the other David. I'm gonna show you why this nigga is the other David. Better BL. You don't want to fight? Callum Smith, you don't want to fight? Bivol, you still don't want to fight? Bring me Anthony Yard. I'll take him as a tune-up. I'll whoop his ass. Worse than you did, Better Beef. Y'all niggas still ain't trying to fight? Fuck it, I'm moving up. Give me the unified champion, Zerto Ramirez. I'm moving the fuck up. And Jairo Bataya can get this shit too, but he signed a Zuffa. And let me tell y'all something. While we on David Benavidez, I don't change my mind off. But when I realized I was reading David Benavidez versus David Morrell wrong, I let y'all know. Because there was a time I had David Morrell beating David Benavidez. Then it went from me thinking he can beat him to a 50-50 fight. Then I saw their last 2 performances. And I said, no, David Morrell can't fuck with David Benavidez. And I was smart enough to get off of that shit before they fought. And I ended up making a lot of money on David Benavidez that night. I'm telling y'all something right now. I'm telling y'all something I believe right now. And I've said it once before, but I really firmly, truly believe this shit. David Benavidez versus Jairo Bataya, I used to think that was a 50-50 fight. Right now, unless David looked unforeseen against Zerto, I think David Benavidez beat the brakes off Jairo Bataya. I think he beat the brakes off Jairo Bataya, bro. I think he beat the fuck out of him. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Jairo Bataya is a front runner with a gas tank issue. And he liked that because he rely on all them feints and that herky-jerky shit. And starting fast and all that shit. That shit ain't going with David. Jairo Bataya, you go look at his stoppages, bro, because I looked at him. I studied him, dog. If he don't stop you by round 5 or 6, he fade in fights, bro. And David Benavidez, I keep telling people when I break down how you beat him, you got to hurt him to get his respect, and you can't be a nigga to get tired. If you somebody that get tired, you fucked. Because he put too much mental and physical pressure on you, dog. To just have a motherfucker walking at you without a care in the world, trying to whoop your ass, bro, that shit is crazy. You either got to meet him and out David him, or you got to hurt him. Or if you going to outbox him, bro, you got to be in 15, 20 round shape. You got to be ready to go, ready to move, ready to work at all times, 12 rounds straight. You can't show no getting tired. And even then, you're going to have to fight him above you at certain points in that fight. He's just too relentless, bro. There's no way to stop it from turning into a fight if the person coming at you is just don't give a fuck. Someone that's not as good at David Benavidez is, but everybody that he's ever fought has had to fight him off, will be somebody like William Zepeda. William Zepeda is not nearly as good as David Benavidez, but his great talent is, nigga, you gonna fight me in my fight. Ain't none of that just boxing, pop shot and shit. Nigga, you gonna have to work fighting me. That's what Zepeda is good at. That's what David is good at, with much more skill, much more dog, much more nuance. Nigga, you don't have to fight me. You got to fight me, bro. I don't give a fuck about none of all that boxing shit. That's cool, you know what I mean? All the foot movement, that's cool. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna keep coming. So you're gonna have to fight me. That's gonna wear you out, bro. And if you already a front runner that get tired, Jock gonna have to catch him early, fam. I used to think that fight was 50-50. I got David punishing Buddy. I'm telling y'all right now, like that fight, I'm worried for about the first 5-6 rounds. 5-6 rounds. Long as David don't get hurt, if it's competitive, 3-2 either way, 3-3 after 6, nigga, I'm kicking my feet up and making my money. I promise you. I promise you, bro. After 5, if they fight, after 5-6 rounds, if David ain't been hurt yet, and it's a competitive fight up until that point, I'm kicking my feet up, counting my money. I promise you. I promise you, bro. I promise you. I'm kicking my feet up. We get into the bag, bro. We get into the bag that night. Promise you, dog. That's a big ass fight that I hope happen. Because I love when big fights, people think they 50-50. That's where we make a lot of money on the channel. When people think fights are 50-50, but they really not, that's when you can make a lot of money, bro. Now, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, dog. What's next for Shakur Stevenson? What's next for all these dudes funded by Turkey Al-Sheikh? Hasn't Turkey been oddly quiet lately? I hear there's rumors of a Canelo card in Saudi Arabia. Is there any truth to that in September? Is there any truth to that in September? Because who the hell going to Saudi Arabia with the way the world is going right now? This ain't a political channel, but y'all know what the fuck going on. Who going to Saudi Arabia at a time like this for a boxing event, bro? Who doing that? So what's next for Shakur? Because he been funded by Turkey Al-Sheikh since 2024. That seemed crazy, don't it? That seemed crazy. He been fighting for Turkey for since 2024. Two Sensei, he with Matchroom. That's horrible. Cause who they got? Who they got for him at 135, 140? Matchroom 140 fighters. They got Dalton Smith. That'd be a good little fight, right? Unification fight. I'll take that fight. So that'd be a good fight at 140 for him. After Dalton Smith beat Subriel Matias, I'll take that fight. At 135, they got nobody for him. But I'm curious because can Eddie Hearn pay the type of money that Shakur Stevenson would be looking for to fight? This guy to face a boxing and it's looking like we supposed to, like, where the options at, bro? And I say he to face a boxing. Obviously, I'm being facetious. I'm being sarcastic, but he called himself the face of boxing, but where the options at? And then here's the thing too, bro. If he's a free agent, as he said, I keep asking this, and it's been a week or two now. Why isn't he sitting down with promoters trying to make fights? Why is he just sitting back like he already got something lined up? He's not pursuing deals like a free agent would. Think about that shit. Shakur Stevenson is supposed to be a free agent according to him. The Matchroom shit is a lie. The CEO of Matchroom lying, don't know what he talking about. KO lying, don't know what he talking about, right? That's cool. Well, then why you ain't out here politicking trying to get fights if you ain't with Matchroom? Does anybody want to bet whether or not Shakur Stevenson's next fight will have a Matchroom banner on it? Do anybody want to bet whether Shakur Stevenson's next fight, when they go to do the press conference, Eddie Hearn won't be sitting right next to him with Jay Prince on the other side? Anybody want to take that bet with a granddaddy up there? It's going to be Shakur Stevenson, Jay Prince, Eddie Hearn, and Wally Moses up that bitch. 2 Cents he on the Matchroom website. So they just promote free agents. You ain't gotta be signing them to be on their website now. That's crazy. That's crazy. Dre say that's a good bet. Yeah, I'm saying somebody want to take that shit. Somebody want to take that shit. Conor Ben went to Zuffa. Snatch his ass off that bitch. Snatch his ass off that bitch. Shakur on that motherfucking website chilling. I'm a free agent, nigga. I'm a free agent on Matchroom website. All right, bro. Well, let's see if your next fight say Matchroom on it, because you about to do. It's time to start looking for a fight, ain't it, boy? It's about, when you fought, February, January, nigga, it's March. It's time to start looking for something in May, ain't it? Shout out to Oddly Gifted Bully Kennels with the 5-piece in the super chat. Do we have those T.O. Shakur pay-per-view numbers or Ryan Barrios pay-per-view numbers yet? Nope. Nope. We don't have none of them hoes. We don't have no live gate numbers. They ain't giving no pay-per-view numbers. They just want to trick you into believing that niggas is doing good and earning money out here. Eddie already said he is not signed to them. LOL. I think Eddie would know. Yeah, he would know. He would also lie through his motherfucking teeth. He would know. He would also lie through his motherfucking teeth. You make it a point to believe liars when they say what you want to hear. I make it a point to never believe liars. That's why you can never fuck with me. Because you put a lot of stock, Boxing Hacker, in lying ass niggas. You quote lying ass niggas in your arguments and you use what they say as part of your reference points for your debates. I look at lying ass niggas and I always discredit them. Where those Barrios Ryan numbers? Neek J voice. Ryan out here juiced to the gills. Bro, listen, that motherfucker cheated Devin Haney, bro. Okay? He was on the ice the ring. That's cool. But how that nigga juiced to the gills and he ain't popped dirty against Barrios? But I ain't putting it above him, though. But I ain't going to say the nigga juice right now because I need him to pop dirty so we can cook his ass. Eddie said he not signed. Shakur said he not signed. They have no reason to lie. They have a very good reason to lie. The reason they will be lying is because it makes Shakur Stevenson look bad if he's signed the Matchroom. If he signed the Matchroom, it makes him look bad. And he's already publicly keep saying that he's a free agent. Being signed to Matchroom makes him look bad because Matchroom ain't got no fights for him. Being signed to Matchroom makes him look bad because he said he was going to go after the biggest fights. So, of course, they have reason to lie. His reason to lie is to get people like you to believe that he can make any fight that he wants. And if he don't make the fight that you want to see him in, it's so you can put it on the other person, bro. It's called PR games, my nigga. You got to wake up, fam. Got to wake up, dog. His reason to lie is to make himself look good so that when you start saying, oh, this person ducking him or that person don't want smoke, you can say, well, they could just send him a contract because he's a free agent. That's the point, bro. It's pump faking. This is the same guy that told you he wanted Tank Davis while he was secretly working on the Team Alifu fight, bro. This is the same guy that told that was acting like Bill Haney was his homeboy while secretly fucking recording him, dog. You can't trust that nigga, bro. This is the same dude that literally typed, I beat niggas up 170 all the time. You 170, I beat your ass up all the time. That's a disadvantage. Now he begging for rehydration clauses. You can't trust what that man say, bro. You can't trust what he say. Shout out to Braxton McClendon being a member for 11 months. I bet you can't make it to a year, bro. I bet you can't make it to a year. It says they won't ever announce the numbers because they aren't any. Bundles don't count, only single buys. Them DAZN bundles killed them. What back end? Yeah, ain't no back end money, bro. D-boy about to have to start getting it out the mud, though, because Turkey Al-Sheikh not playing. He ain't playing with them no more. He about to go the Zupa route. So the promoters, you're going to have to start putting on fights and making money. You're going to have to start trying to get these fighters to take a reasonable wage so you can actually promote the event and make money. Big Motherfucker Supreme, what up? What's good with you, fam? Salute. I want to talk about Sebastian Fundora and Keith Thurman for the last part of the show. Number one, this is not a motherfucking pay-per-view fight. Okay? I can't believe y'all about to take my pay-per-view money to watch Sebastian Fundora versus this nigga that fight one time every 8 years, man. Okay? Fundora, Keith Thurman and Fundora. I'm not saying they fight like this. I'm not saying they fight like this. I'm not saying these fighters fight like them, okay? This is one of them ones where Sebastian Fundora should be the huge favorite, and Keith Thurman is a live dog for the first 5 or 6 rounds of the fight. If you betting on Keith, you need to bet on him within the first 6 rounds. I'm just telling you right now, bro. Fundora makes the ring smaller than you think until you get in the ring with him. His jab is way better than you think. It's gonna be a tough night at the office for Keith Thurman, bro. So just to be clear, the fight will not be on that shit on pay-per-view. They charging us for this shit. Make sure I ain't tripping. Yeah. Yeah, here you go, Zoom. Here you go, Zoom. Go ahead and get ready to spin the bill. $75, bro. $75, bro. Fundora 5 through 8 or Thurman 1 through 6. That's a good bet. That's a good bet because you can see Fundora getting them early. Or you can see Keith breaking down and getting out of there before 8. That's a good bet, bro. I ain't mad at that. Yeah, I want to talk about that. That's odd. Because it started off as a PBC on Prime pay-per-view, and now they've added DAZN to it. I wonder how much DAZN paid PBC for the right to stream that fight. Because you know they had to pay a licensing fee. They had to pay a licensing fee for that fight. Now, they doing a dual broadcast, but on Prime, you have to buy it on pay-per-view. On DAZN, it'll become part of your Ultimate. So since some of their viewers, those of us that have the Ultimate package, we don't have to buy it or whatever, I'm sure PBC, knowing Al Heyman and how he worked, I'm sure they negotiated a licensing fee. So they getting pay-per-view money from both people that got to buy it on DAZN pay-per-view and buy it on Prime pay-per-view. And I'm sure they getting a licensing fee from DAZN for the people that don't have to buy it since they already got one of DAZN's packages, bro. They like triple dipping. Al Heyman is not stupid, dog. Al Heyman is not dumb at all. Shout out to Pound for Pound. 1 piece, 2 piece. No Biscuit and Super Chase says, Boo Xander fight is done. They waiting on the venue. Okay. I hope you're right. I hope you're right, dog. Shout out to both of them for making that fight. More so Xander, because Xander's food for Boots. Boots just need an opportunity. But if Xander's willing to get in the ring, if they truly have that fight made and they waiting on the venue, then that's cool. That's a little bit confusing though, because they both said they already had a venue and date. So what they waiting on the venue for? What up, boxing professor? I don't know yet. Soon as I know, I'll let you know. Soon as I know, I'll let y'all know. I'll try to do some research on that. Shout out to Brashley McClendon, 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. Shit, ain't no team in Las Vegas, bro. Ain't no team in Vegas. Put that shit in Vegas. They ain't got no team. Shit, shout out to Brashley with the 5-piece in the super chat. He say, but they probably wanted in New York for the Puerto Ricans and shit. I understand. Shout out to Brashley, though. He says, I'm not wasting $1 on Keith Thurman, dog. The zone paying a grip for that fight, LOL. But I bet Tank fight won't be on that bitch. On what? On the zone? Nah, you ain't no cross-platform shit with Tank. Unless maybe a Ryan Garcia rematch. I'm trying to think of the word, like Ryan Garcia rematch, because Ryan's still with Golden Boy. And that's really it. Everybody else will probably have to come to him. He said, 9 KO, Boots and Virgil is an East Coast fight. Virgil from Texas. They got to take advantage of the Mexican fan base, bro. That shit need to be in the South, but that shit need to be closer to the West. Ain't a whole lot of Mexicans in the East Coast, bro. Mexicans is in like the South and in the Southwest, bro. So Texas, New Mexico, California, Arizona, shit like that. You start getting to New York and shit like that, ain't a whole lot of Mexicans out there, bro. Nah, they ain't merged with Prime. Zerto just So this is just my educated guess. This fight got signed before Golden Boy re-upped with the zone. Because this fight got announced at David Benavidez's fight way back in November. And Golden Boy was still negotiating with the zone at the time. This is my educated guess. This is me guessing, putting it together for y'all. So when the fight first got announced, it was only a Prime pay-per-view fight because Golden Boy was still working on a network deal. Well, now Golden Boy has their DAZN network deal. So DAZN obviously wants to be a piece of the fight because it's a big-ass fight. So now they can negotiate, okay, let's put it on DAZN and Prime pay-per-view. David Benavidez is still the A side because they not going to care who buy it, bro, or what platform you buy it on. They going to split the pay-per-views however they split the pay-per-view. So if it's 60-40 in favor of David or 65-35 in favor of David, whatever it is, they total up all the pay-per-views that get bought on DAZN, all the pay-per-views that get bought on Prime Video, and David Benavidez on his side will get whatever percentage. Zerto on his side will get the other percentage, whatever it is. Then plus, so that's why I think to answer your question, they're not merging, but that's why DAZN is now part of it. Because now Zerto's promoter has a network deal, and the fight can be even bigger. It don't hurt PBC, it don't hurt David Benavidez to let DAZN have a piece of it too. That's how Tank and Ryan was so big. They were selling it everywhere. That shit was being sold on Showtime, sold on DAZN. You buy it wherever the fuck you want to buy it. It do 1.2 million pay-per-view buys. Tank get whatever he get. Ryan get whatever he get, and they work that shit out like that. They work that shit out like that. Now, the tricky thing is what Drink was alluding to. We get the shit for free. And I know PBC ain't just gonna let them, y'all giving out the shit for free. No, nigga, y'all need to give us some sort of licensing fee too then. So we can do the pay-per-view split, but if anybody's watching that shit for free, they watching that shit mainly because David Benavidez is the biggest name. So we need a licensing fee on that shit too. So I'm sure DAZN, David as the A side, he's getting a bigger pay-per-view split. And I'm sure, me guessing obviously, that the zone got to pay some sort of fee to PPC for those of us that are gonna be able to get it for free. Cause listen, I'm not buying a Prime pay-per-view if I can just go turn on my DAZN app and watch that shit for free with my premium membership. That's what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm one of the best ever. 2-piece, no biscuit in the super chat. Just supporting my G. Keep up the good work. I appreciate it. He said I was referring to Fundora versus Thurman. Okay, let me go back up to what you said then. My fault. My fault, bro. I misunderstood you, fam. Why is it on the zone though? Did they merge with Prime? Okay. Oh, you talking about Fundora and Thurman is on the zone? I didn't know that. No, I'm reading here, bro, that it's on Amazon Prime pay-per-view. And the alternative option is pay-per-view.com. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's a good question. But I don't think they own the I don't think that shit is gonna be on the zone, bro. I'm reading here. It says Sebastian Fundora, Keith Thurman, Amazon Prime pay-per-view, alternate option, pay-per-view.com. But look, y'all, it's 10:30, bro. We had a great show. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in to Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Smash the like button on the way out this mug. And I will catch y'all tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, as we try to work on getting back to our normal schedule. Salute to everybody. Everybody have a good rest of your night. And I'll see y'all soon. We out of here, y'all. Peace.